All right.
Sound check. Testing.
I can't hear you at all.
Damn.
All right.
I don't know. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Resting. 1,
Nope,
2, 3.
still nothing. Cannot hear you at all. No volume. I mean, if you said anything, I don't know. I'm just assuming you're saying something. Yeah.
All right. When you guys are ready, let me know.
Ready.
Kai, do you need some coffee or something?
I am lurking.
Lurking. A lurker.
Do I need to give you a minute, Lanner?
No. I just got everything squared up. We're good. Go.
Okay.
Go.
Kai, how about you? Do you need a minute to get some coffee or something?
Oh, no, I have Diet Parks root beer if you guys want to sponsor me.
All right.
Ooh.
Just read the back of the game.
So as you begin to leave the Vault of Dragons, you found Vincent Trench standing among the bodies of many Xanathar Guild members who had literally been torn apart. He told you that Lord Castellanter offered him a better deal and attacked you. You quickly realized that Vincent was incredibly powerful and seemingly immune to almost all of the magic you cast against him. You were able to outlast him, though, until reinforcements arrived, with Jarlaxle bringing along several members of the Harpers, including Mert and Renair Neverember. Am I too quiet? Okay, give me just a second.
Oh, is rhythm going? I don't even... I have it muted, that's why. Oh, God!
Okay. Is this better for my volume?
There we go.
Okay. Vincent Trench somehow escaped the scene after flying up onto one of the bridges overlooking the vault's entry foyer. Mert and Renair confirmed to the Gold Dragon Oranax both what you had told him was true, that what you had told him was true, that the Gold Neverember was removed from his position as Open Lord several years ago, and that the money would be indeed returned to the city of Waterdeep. A couple of days later, you participated in the festivities of Dragondown by walking in the parade, carrying the effigy of the Dracolich Kistarianath, while Oscar played the role of Pirgaran Paladin's son and fought it through the city in front of thousands of cheering Waterdavians. Lady Laryl Silverhand gave a short speech about why Dragondown is so important and thanked Horsegrey, the Uncommon, and Zardoz Sword's Sea Maiden's Fair for recovering the stolen gold and returning it to the City of Splendors. Over the next few days, several people came to see you about money for various reasons. Together, you offered a large sum of money to Volo to help fund his expedition aboard Grinda Garloth's ship in search of ghost ships. Volo was thrilled with your generosity. Davil Starsong, however, was less than impressed. He made the point that without his cell of the Zentarum acting as a counterbalance, the more violent and aggressive Zentarum cell that is active in Waterdeep could take a stronger foothold and push Davil's Doom Raiders out of the city. Imbric and Avi finished Todrin's new set of plate armor, and Rishal finished a special amulet that would allow him to don and doff his armor at a moment's notice. He also visited the Temple of Beauty, where he learned that the clergy recently discovered that the temple's hallowed ground had been dispelled for some time. Todrin donated a large sum of his gold to the temple, part of which is to be used to recast the hallowed ground upon which it sits. So I wanted to cover just a couple of things. First, that you said 8,000 gold pieces. Was that right, Todrin?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Okay. Do you want to remove that from your inventory, or should I?
Oh, right.
Okay. And Bart, you said you gave 6,000 to Malfear for Thornhold. Did you want to remove that from
Yes.
your inventory?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. I think you guys got everything else. I'm not sure, but I think that was everything else.
I paid everything but that.
I don't mean to be a hard ass, but
No, it makes sense. Whose turn is it for later? I can't
Was
uh,
it you or was it Kai?
I
I
don't
don't
think
think it was me.
think Kai has had it in a while, but
I think it was Drax.
I'm pretty sure I remember him having to yell at
Oh,
I didn't yell, but
were
I
mean
did
and
have to
vicious,
remind.
you. You hurt
Yes,
his feelings.
yes.
no, dude, I'm pretty sure it was
I
Hind last time.
feelers.
I'm pretty sure it was Hind because I remember Hind making a comment where he was like, "Yeah, because you don't have to remind me." Or maybe it wasn't. I don't fucking know.
I'll do it.
all right.
Well, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
You
don't
should
have
make
to
it a
remind
big ass. You should make it a big section at the beginning of the stream. And today on the stream, control of Lanner, acting as Serval Blue Striped, will be blah 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 blah. Yep.
Long name.
Shut up.
Thank you for that.
Lots of names. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
It's like la, 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 la.
So
Lear.
early on the morning of the 22nd of Kythorn, almost 4 days since you returned Neverember's Lost Gold to the city of Waterdeep, sunlight has just begun to peek over the eastern troll wall and pour down Sourdown Street just outside of Trollskull Manor. Falloon is standing behind the bar cleaning mugs as Kelso comes in with his sister Danica, his girlfriend Bryn, and 2 other halflings, along with Esvele Rajnar. And the group of them come in and they seem to be just laughing it up and talking and as they come in. So
Real quick, did we just have a long rest?
you have had a long rest. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and there you go, just in case it hadn't already gotten that. Also in the tavern tap room right now, Gaxley Rudderbus is here first thing in the morning, sitting at the bar. The kids are sitting at a table playing with the cat, and Fala and her friend Zaraj are sitting at the table.
Todrin,
Yes.
is your armor on or off?
Definitely off.
Okay.
So, remind me, the new stone, or I guess the newly enchanted stone, is in a pendant that I'm wearing as a necklace now.
Right.
Okay.
And when you put the armor on, it's up to you whether that's like part of the armor or if it's underneath it or if it's over it
Yeah,
or
we had
however
talked
you
about
want to
that.
however
So
you
it's,
prefer that to work. It is fine
It's
by
like
me.
a necklace when I'm wearing it, and then when the armor gets flashed onto me, it's like set into the chest piece of the armor.
Right.
So my flashing stone is no longer around my forehead. I no longer have that headband. It's just flowing blonde hair and then the flashing necklace. So, anyways, yeah. What's up, Oscar?
Well, when Oscar comes down, he is resplendent in identical armor to Todrin. If Todrin had spent all night polishing it, it is painfully bright. If you look at it in just the right way, you're probably going to take radiant damage.
Wearing shiny plate armor?
Oh yes.
Where's the clang, 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 clang?
There's no actual clanging sound. Actually, it's a very quiet armor.
Oh, that's
But
great.
but yeah, well, why would you think that?
That's nice armor you got there, Oscar.
Yes, isn't it? Yes, it's my oath patron temple shared it with me.
It's rather radiant. Looks good.
Ah, thank you. Yes, yes. Yours is missing, but I'm sure it looks good as well.
Oh, I didn't notice, and I'll go ahead and do it. I'll use up the charge.
Okay. Yeah, and
Just
when
to
you
be
do,
Where
obnoxious.
is that?
when
Is that
you
our calendar?
no, but I should probably make one. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. I'm gonna add it under powers. Does that work for you?
Yeah. Bright white flash, and I'm wearing full fucking plate. Shit's heavy, man. You can't walk around with this on.
So you can change the name of this if you want to. There, you should have 3 charges of Heartstone Immediate Armor, and if you like I said, if you want to change the name of that, be my guest. Now, I guess we could make that. I don't know how to link that to like having your armor attach or detach, so you have to do that manually. But I could do it like mage armor or something if you wanted to.
How does that work?
I have no idea.
I can just toggle it on and off.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot about the music. Is it just me or has Rhythm's volume kind of changed? Like it used to be, I was setting. It used to be I was setting Rhythm at like 5, and now I'm having to set it at 50.
Wow.
I don't
Maybe
know
they
if this is
adjusted
right,
something.
but with the plate armor and the shield, my AC is
That
Ew.
is wrong. I'll tell you what you've got. You've got on the other set of armor.
You're
Oops.
wearing 2 sets of plate.
Yeah.
So my
The chain under the.
yeah, my old chainmail says
Yes, you can sell it, or you can put it in your thing there. Selling it would get you call it 40 gold pieces. The other thing, were you going to change to that thing so you have, what do you call them, cantrips for? Because if you do, you lose that +1 to your AC.
Oh, yeah, no, right now.
Okay. So is Rhythm being like really jumpy to anybody else?
Sounds fine to me.
No.
Yeah, it's like completely cutting off for me sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's them and not me. So I'm hoping it's not that. See, it's cutting off pretty bad for me. As long as I'm not cutting off, that should be okay.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Crystal clear to me.
All right, good. So yeah, you guys are all sitting around having breakfast when Esvele comes in with these halflings that Kelso, Bryn, Danica, and they're all going to approach the table with you guys. And Esvele kind of walks around back behind you, and Todrin and Bart. Kelso comes up, and the group of them kind of stand here in front of the fireplace. And the first thing Esvele does is she says, well, I have some good news and some bad news.
Oh boy.
I'm not there right now. I'm upstairs.
Okay, sure. Well, if that's the case, she's going to sit down where he would have been, so. Well, the bad news is the city wanted my tower back because of the vault. She says, the good news is that I only bought the tower because of the vault anyway, so it's win-win. Oh, they did. In fact, before they took control of the vault, though, I opened up that secret room, and I've already given the gold that I found to Kelso and his friends here. and
That
kept
is
some other.
extremely generous of you, Malone.
Well, you would think so. I kept some certain other items for myself, and she's showing a ring on her finger.
No!
I kill it. No.
Murder hobo time!
Motor hobo, ring of protection.
She does, however, drop a small sack. It's more like a small pouch on the table, and she says, "Here's your share."
Go follow teams.
What?
Tackle. No, awesome. I appreciate that. That up. Yes.
There are 25 blue quartz in the bag. Each one you estimate probably worth
Wow.
about 10 gold pieces apiece. So 250 gold pieces worth of quartz.
Is there a chest in your room, Todrin?
There's a chest in each of your rooms.
Okay. Well, at this point, I will come down the stairs. Oh, Lady Esvlay. Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
And I kind of walk over to you and I lean down, Todrin, and I just whisper in your ear, I placed some magical locks on some of your equipment and your door so that only you and I can pass through.
Well, that's unique.
Yeah, so I just spent some time casting Arcane Lock on his chest, my chest, and our two doors.
Okay. So I think that costs 25 gold a time, I think. Is that
There's
right?
a cost? I didn't even
think
check
so.
that. It
Per
is 25
testing.
apiece. A piece.
Yeah.
So 100 gold pieces?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's on my door, your door.
Yes. So only you or I can open them without issue. To everyone else, they are locked magically.
So for the record, just a little bit of outside knowledge. You guys haven't put locks on them. That will, however, act as a lock. If you guys want to buy locks, they're not that expensive. The DC right now on one of those chests would be 20 with arcane lock on it.
Nothing.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so, and I would also be going to invest in some better locks at some
Okay.
point today.
Sure.
Yes. Yes.
So-
yes.
On the whole tavern in general, and then better security on each of our rooms.
I will let you know what the total number of that will be at a later time. So I'll have to count
Sounds
up.
good.
I'll have to count up the doors. You want to do just outside doors and the bedroom doors, or like every door?
Just the exterior doors and each of our personal bedrooms. And
Okay.
my chest, at least.
I'm gonna make another point here. Windows are another point of entry. Just so you know.
Yes.
God
Yes.
damn it.
Yeah, this could add up quick. I'm just saying, if you wanted to go that far.
We have plenty of gold, and we would split it as a party because this is
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
So, how's the plan? I like
Well, you can let people through.
Yeah, yeah, you can let
Right.
anyone in you would. that
Right,
want to.
it's just opening the door is only possible for you.
Oh, okay.
So when you
Passing
close
through
that
is-
door and they want to go in the morning, they can't until you.
Oh shit, yeah.
When you're ready to leave, just use the window.
Now that we're all done here, get out. Because you can't leave in the morning.
So yeah, Kelso will, as he's standing there, their place isn't too busy yet, but before business kind of takes off for the day, Kelso says, "I thought you might want to meet Dasher."
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
And Dasher kind of steps up between Todrin and Oscar here at the table.
Who's Dasher?
Dasher Snowbeetle. He is one of the Shard Shunners. He is a friend of Kelso and the others. He
We
is
got
the
to
one that
convince his family that
right.
they need to that he's okay.
So the guy you see standing here is short, blonde hair, blue eyes. He's got this really nice vest. Like compared to the other Shard Shunners, the halflings, he's pretty well dressed. Like it's he looks good. He not nobility necessarily, but he looks like he comes from money.
Just before he speaks, Oscar stands up in his armor and bows to him as nobles would. And this is just about when disguise self wears off, and you can see that Oscar's really just wearing a bunch of like wooden planks that have been crudely tied to himself in the vague shape of armor. And not understanding this, Oscar's like, "Greetings from one noble," and he winks to Todrin, "to another."
I just reach over and wrap a knuckle on one of your plates. Yeah, it seems sturdy. That might actually work. Pleasure to meet you, Master.
It's a pleasure. You don't have to call me master or anything like that. I'm just nobody important.
Oh, nice. I've got my staff of adornment with my floating orb. I gotta remember that. With the weaver on my hip.
Just,
Is question, do we know if he's afflicted or not?
Kelso has said that he is, yes.
Okay. Well, Serval is definitely there to be friendly and helpful in the ways that he can.
So Dasher just says, so basically the way the story goes is I met a girl, and it turns out she was one of the Shard Shunners, and, well, I love her, and I want to be with her, and the only way that we can do that is if I'm one of them, so I don't have any desire to go back home, but my family are quite persistent, and they're offering a 500 gold piece reward, and we've already had some problems with that, so
Or for your return.
they want me to come back. They want me to be found safe and sound and brought back, but I can't go back. I don't want to go back. I'm happy with the Shard Shunners. So
And Serval's like, that's very, very respectable. Let's go convince them that you're good.
this is also the day of the conference for at the Temple of Beauty.
Right, yeah, I don't know if I can imagine today. That's how I feel.
Come on, Verheim, you can
There's-
wing it. And
there's-
where you fail, the dice will be there to boost you.
Oh, no, I mean, I can't go do the snow thing.
Oh, that was in character. My bad. I thought you were like going, I'm not ready for this.
No, see,
Sorry.
that's how bad I'm absorbing Todd. I sound like I'm in the fourth dimension. I felt it leak through.
Dasher says it's not an emergency. I mean, they've been looking for me for weeks. It's just whenever you have the time. I just thought Kelso thought that you should meet me.
Okay. That's very neat. Is there any, I don't know, extra information you want that help speed that along? Just that family members, people,
Oh, my mother. She's obviously going to probably be the most difficult to deal with. She won't take it well. Don't let them know that I'm with the Shard Shunners, please. Just
Of course not. We're good on that end. Do you have an item that maybe a ring or something that they know is yours and will add credence to our, hey, he's okay. He wanted us to show you this so that you know he's okay.
you see him kind of take a step back and look down at a ring on his finger, and he just says, "Yeah, that might work. Here.
Hmm.
And he takes a gold ring off of his finger and just hands it to you.
I will
Who's-
try to convince them to let me return this to you as soon as possible.
All right. Give me just a second to find a. Let's see here. So are you taking that serval then?
Yes.
Okay. Did you guys just want to split the quartz, or how do you want to handle that?
Indeed. So would that be 7 each? Because you said 24?
Yeah, probably 7 each. I think that's right. It'd be 6 each with 1 left over. Sorry.
Oh, so
We could always just stick it in the
26?
party group and
no.
apply it to our upgrades of the.
That's an option too. You could just leave it in the party funds and just use it off of that if you want.
Let's
The
do
party
that.
inventory. Okay. Uh. So yeah, he hands Serval the ring and just says, I think he's done. He's just gonna say that's I appreciate the help, and like I said, if there's anything you guys need from me or from our group, just let us know.
You all have helped us tremendously already, but I appreciate it, and likewise.
Yeah, and so from this point, Kelso and Danica and Bryn will get back to work. Dasher and this other guy who will introduce himself as Roscoe are gonna saddle up at the bar and have a bite to eat. So
Excellent.
they leave you guys with Esvale sitting there at your table. Yeah, Roscoe's a halfling.
Another midget. You're a jerk. I love.
All right. Well, I have a maker of a
Esvale's sitting there.
course.
She says, "Back up at the temple."
Well, I mean, it's not like I expect combat. Just, full support. I have a lot of responsibility.
So, Kason, I've got a game idea. So, what if Serval at this point offers to help Todrin come up with, with a speech to give him maybe advantage on a check later to persuade everybody? Would you be okay with something like that?
If he intends to give a speech, I don't know that.
I did actually find that. With the moment he shows up, it's like,
Oh, okay.
I'll go ahead and say, people, I'm ready for it.
Okay. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I can't help in the moment, but I could potentially help with this, maybe help you prep. I don't know.
That's okay.
Whatever gives you better rolls. Oh, that reminds me. When we get there, okay, before we go into the church, Serval's going to cast Augment ability on Todrin for Charisma.
Okay. So is that where you guys want to head now?
Unless anybody else had something.
Not if you're
Just
asking
kind of
for assistance.
fast forward.
All right. So who's going to the Temple of Beauty then? Is everybody going?
I think so.
I think so.
All right. I'm going to clear off.
Oscar. I feel like a hyena moment in The Lion King going, Ed.
And all I can think of when you say that is Mufasa.
Ooh, say it again. Anyway, sorry.
All right, give me just a second here to get some stuff sorted. All right. So yeah, you guys arrive at the Temple of Beauty. Once again, it's a beautiful day. By now, it's probably approaching late morning, but not yet noon. The Temple of Beauty has these beautiful flower gardens. There are magnificent statues and fountains. As you guys approach the main temple itself, is this 3-story tall uh, rose marble building with a beautiful dome roof on top. And there's a central open air ballroom on the ground floor that you guys pass through. As Todrin, are you looking for anyone in particular, or do you know where you're going, or?
Yeah, if I spot Ayana,
All right.
but otherwise I'm asking her
Yeah. Ayana, she's easy enough to find. But yeah, she'll greet you, and she says, "Oh,
Ayana, my dear. You?
Todrin."
I give my greeting at least.
She kind of nods to Bart and the others, to Oscar and Serval. She says, "So, this conference that you've called,
Yes, yeah, I figured you and I should have a conversation before it happens. I don't realize that she happens. Why does she have to like what I'm saying? Exactly.
all right, well, come with me," and she'll lead you to one of it's one of the like hidden alcoves where they have like the baths and all. But it's a private room, and there's a curtain that she pulls, and she says,
As you
"So,
guys are heading that way, would you like us to assist you, Todrin? Or accompany you?
For this one,
Well, then we shall remain right here. And I look over at Serval and Oscar.
Serval will nod.
Yes, we will leave the reins here.
Yes, Oscar.
alright. Fine.
yeah."
I'll give her a flower.
Okay, so I have to adjust the volume on that one. I did. So yeah, she takes one of the takes the flower, and she says, "Oh, so what is this all about? I know we've got this discovery, but about the temple's hallowed ground being dispelled, but why did you call this?"
Well, at the time it was for different reasons, but as it progressed, it turns out we're going to need some help to help me back. Vault, and there's now a lot of new money in circulation around various areas where the majority of it is left local places. But as you saw, there is a large sum to the temple because personally I would like to see a little bit more, actually a lot more, show strength from my fellow Latinian order
Strength in what way?
Specifically martial. So a lot of threats that I don't think are open yet. Specifically because of the rise in power with a certain focus.
I've read the papers, yes.
Yeah, that's even worse than that. And then Xanathar.
Xanathar's always been a problem in the city, but yes.
Right, well, we have new combat team, force grade needs to be taken right now. It's really nice to have a little bit of martial strength. So, they back this up. They're being up there. I'd like to see it grow. All of this. More with fighter who we have.
Let's see.
But
I'm not gonna.
that, I also want to try and do a little more about this. There have been
Sweep her off her feet and then punch her in the face.
there have been attempts to mislead me. Somebody has mix fake visions with actual communication with things to mislead.
I don't understand. What kind of fake visions do you mean?
When I would go to sleep, I have managed to differentiate to small degrees different these times that are active.
How can you tell the difference?
Trust me, it's powerful. But, I mean, imagine a beautiful woman approaching you, and then imagine the god of beauty himself. There's a big difference. That being
She
said,
just kind of nods her head.
yeah, the timing of it seems interesting to me. Our little spat and the spell on the everything. Trust me,
Todrin, who do you think's responsible? What force do you think is responsible for this?
no idea. I have no idea. I'm not able to tell any information about the source. But I will say that the one goal of theirs that I want to Saturn is that they want you to move.
She just kind of stops and looks you up and down. She says, "Why would they want me removed?"
Again, I don't know. Maybe it's they can get somebody else to be towards it. I don't know what their plans are, but that's why I believe I can trust you with this because I know they're lying to me. They want you out. You're not one of them.
Who else? Who else knows about this?
It's been tough to keep the details straight, but I believe just my friends are they know the most.
All right. Very well.
What do you think about all that?
It's a lot to take in. This is. I don't understand. If this. You say this is new information. Why did you call this in the first place if you didn't know this before?
Well, at the time, it was you first meet, and I needed to figure out where said I was being misguided. That the way you speak was
Well, we've put word out. There are 3 members of the Knights of the Ruby Rose here, and several of our priestesses have been called in from the various fest halls that they work at, and so. And just side note here, you know that while the Temple of Beauty is there are fest halls all across the city that employ priestesses of the Temple of Beauty and acolytes of the Temple of Beauty. It's very common. The temple itself probably claims somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 priestesses across the city.
Wow.
There aren't going to be that many at this conference, and she'll tell you that this is just the ones who make the big decisions. It's only her and the 4 that are directly beneath her, which would be Lorelei and Nadia, Salira, and Kevin Darcy.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not going to come up with names for 200 priestesses.
No, of course not.
I had to look this up, how many there would be in a city this size, and I was surprised it was that many. So
That is a lot. That's really good, though. I like it. Okay. So you have any comments before we go into this? Do you have anything you want to address? Again, I'd like us to be a team.
There's only 2 agendas.
which are
Sorry, mind.
she says her primary concern is that the hallowed ground has been dispelled, and if that has been dispelled, what else may be going on? So everything you're saying kind of goes into what she's saying, that there's more going on here than either of you knew. And it's as you're telling her what you know, and she's telling you what she knows, you're getting, the both of you are getting a broader picture of what may be happening. So, but yeah, she'll take you into the conference room, and you already see Lorelei sitting there with these other priestesses.
I'm sorry, real quick. Before we wrap up that talk,
Sure.
can I go and insight, watching her carefully when I mentioned the lying mentions?
Mhm.
Can I insight on her reaction to that?
Go ahead, roll one.
Have a great night.
She's really good about keeping her
Composure.
composure. Yeah. So,
All right. Okay. So,
but yeah, she'll lead you into this room, and again, this is the conference room for the Temple of Beauty is not that large, but there's a table in the middle of the room where Lorelai's sitting with Nadia and Salira and Kevin. Bart, Oscar, and Serval, the 3 of you were asked to wait outside.
All right.
Serval will just sit there and concentrate on that spell.
what spell?
The augment ability for your charisma.
Oh,
Advantage on charisma checks, right?
Yep.
I'm sorry, fellas. Stay outside, but I suppose it is rather private.
So inside
No
there
worries.
hang on just a second. Excuse me. Sorry. Inside you see there are 3 acolytes that are tending the table and kind of, making sure things go smoothly and everyone has what they need.
Is it like pretty busy in there? I'm sorry, what was it?
Give me just a second. So in the room right now, there's Lorelei, there is Salira, there's Kevin, Nadia, Ayana, Sister Ina Targana, one of the Knights of the Ruby Rose, Sister Isolde Arisis, and Sister Enid Lenthe. And then there's these 3 acolytes that are tending the room as well.
Okay, so let's
Oh, yeah, this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including you.
slow walk over to Lorelei.
Yeah, and
At this point, I've put my armor away.
all right, that's gonna be a charge, just so you know. Okay, so Lorelei throws her arms around you. Says, "Hi, how are you doing?"
Oh, it's good to see you. I kind of take half a step back though, and grab her chin in my hands and stare her in the eyes. Can I trust you?
Of course. What's wrong?
And I want to incite that stare into her eyes.
Sure.
Fucking natural one, are you kidding me?
Ouch.
God, dude.
You're disturbed by her erection.
She is looking into your eyes as if you are her one true love. Like there's just an intensity of just admiration. So
Okay, alright. I'll give her a kiss. Wherever I am.
yeah. So Ayana's sat at the head of the table. The sisters of the Order of the Ruby Rose are not too far away. They're set at the table at the ends of the other end of the table. Yeah. Lorelei's sitting right next to you. You're sitting to the left of Ayana. Just so you have a basic idea. I don't have a map for this. I am keeping track of where everyone is in the room, just so you know, though. So.
Okay. I'll look to Ayana.
She says, well, as you all know, Todrin has asked that we hold this conference today. We have had some interesting developments over the last few days. Todrin has been telling me of some suspicion that his visions may not be what he believed them to be at first, and I have recently become aware that our temple has suffered a vandalism at the very least, and hopefully nothing worse than that, in the form of our holy ground has been dispelled. You see the sisters of the Order of the Ruby Rose sitting at the other end of the table, just kind of nod their heads, and they're all wearing that same kind of armor that Lorelei typically wears, just so you know. They're armed and armored, and so one of the priestesses will ask you, are you telling us that you don't believe that you are the chosen Hasuni?
I'm saying, as I'm saying, Ayana, that there have been leaks in with my conversation with the lady by myself, falsities that have been I've managed to pick out a few. Amongst them were machinations to remove Ayana herself from her position. I don't believe that is the digital witch that they see. Among other things. Yeah.
So another one will ask, well, what can we do about this if we know that you're being misled in this way? Is there anything we can do to expose whoever's doing it?
I don't something, I would people be the first to know. And in fact, perhaps in the coming days, maybe if I could get a sister of the order to follow me as well for backup, that may come in handy. But I asked you here today to accomplish two other things.
Mhm.
First of all, as a knight, as a member of the young company, and a member of Forest Party, I had many opportunities to witness many secrets and events over the last few weeks. Amongst corruption in the guard, nasty impersonations of a member of Forest Party, and this hideous girl in his right.
I'll be right back again.
So at this point, the acolytes are coming by and they're filling wine goblets and passing them out as you're speaking, and Lorelei takes her glass and sips from it, and some of the others do too. And one of the Kevin this time asks, this intrusion upon our temple, this
Desecration.
desecration, yes, says, if this is going on here at the temple itself, this could be going on at fest halls across the city as well.
I had not considered that. As a player, you concentrate festivals.
No. Fest halls are typically not. They're not
They're not
protected by
holy
hallowed
ground.
ground. Yeah, they're not holy ground. Well,
Infiltration.
if the temple is being infiltrated in some manner, then it may be that the fest halls that we collaborate with could be also.
Anything could be perfectly but all of that just ties into what I'm saying. All of these threats that are ahead. I mean, if the ever-present planet are a lot going on.
Yeah,
Because of that, I have made a rather sizable donation of the money we secured from the vault for my personal share to strengthen it. I would like to see a portion of that and your efforts into go towards recruitment and strengthening the martial area to bring ourselves in the same boat.
so Nadia this time was like, "Do you really think that's necessary? I mean, for the most part, our priestesses don't have very much in the way of martial training. The Knights of the Ruby Rose do, but
Right. And by no means do I mean to put swords in the hands of our beloved priestesses. I would like to see recruitment and numbers increase amongst our priestesses. Priestesses can help spread the word throughout the numbers. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot that we're going to need help to take care of. And I mean, I will be right on the front line. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what's coming.
Ayana will express. I won't lie. I find it a little disturbing for our temple to be arming itself in that way, but I understand there's a threat involved as well, so can't ignore that.
Much to war.
She nods and she says, "I understand." She takes a sip of her wine and, well, she says, she just asks, "Does anyone else have any other concerns or points of order?" You have
I
anything
use
else?
blunt weapons, so no points.
Was there anything else you wanted to say, Todrin?
I think I got it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that point, Lorelei turns to you and she says, "I do have something I want to say."
Oh,
And she stands up and kind of takes your hand, and she wants you to stand up with her. Todrin, I just want everyone here to know that these last few weeks with you have been amazing. And she just leans in to kiss you.
I'm shocked
Aw.
that I do so well.
As she kisses you, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as her form begins to shift and change.
Oh, man. Okay, cool.
Make that save.
Not today, Satan.
Fuck. Fuck. I mean, I knew it, but fuck.
So standing before you now is no longer the Lorelei Lynn that you know, but this
Oh, shit.
beautiful red-headed woman with bat wings that unfurl from her back.
A succubus?
She sucked me, but
I nudge
Yeah,
Bart.
she
I
did.
still would.
Todrin, you're going to take 5d10 psychic damage from the kiss.
holy
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
blast.
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Holy
Roll that initiative.
Clearly, I'm in shock.
natural 20. Where is that on my fucking insights? I don't know if you all have seen the rolls or know what's going on, but every single time throughout this side story from section 1, when I've tried to insight literally anything that I have gotten 9 or less. Like 12 was the highest I ever got.
You know, if you had reminded me of
Nice.
that, I would have made your wisdom the modified, the augmented ability,
Yeah.
Right?
or enhanced. Is it enhanced? Have I been saying it wrong? I've been saying it
Yeah.
wrong.
So I'm going to share this sheet for everyone that can just. This is not a good map. This is just where I'm keeping track of positioning. So just so you guys have a basic idea of where everyone is. So Todrin, Lorelei has just pressed her lips to yours and kissed you, and you have just this horrible feeling that just washes over you as you feel like the life force is just being sucked out of your lungs.
My head blew out. It was a hard hit, though. Holy shit, 37.
It's really a redistribution
bad-
of blood issue.
I'm almost at quarter health. Oh, I'm first. Holy shit.
Yeah, you are first.
I stagger back and fall to a knee. And I can't fucking do anything. I'm gonna RP this and say, no, I'm not fucking sound.
Okay, and at that point, let's see. Give me just a second here.
Did I get a place in the initiative?
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, remembering like a boss.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
This is exactly what like a boss means.
You didn't have to say my name twice. But yeah, I'm just looking at him like, no!
Sanity damage.
Right?
So what you see happen next is Enid stands up and strikes at Kevin sitting next to her.
Oh, shit.
What?
One of the sisters of the Ruby Rose. These are
Yeah.
paladins. Supposed paladins.
Right. So she stands up and takes a strike at him,
Oh
and then
shit.
she goes right down the line towards Nadia and takes a swipe at her as well. And outside, you guys can just hear screaming inside the room.
Especially the lesser acolytes who are not used to this kind of
Yeah.
crap.
All right. With that, I draw my sword and I push past Serval and I boot in the door.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Come on,
Okay,
Nate.
I don't boot in the door. God damn it! I already said it.
You got this.
No
13.
problem.
Yeah. Boot open the door. It flies open and recloses.
No, you kick in the door. The doors swing
That
open.
would have been a fail or something, but
Yeah, this is what you see in front of you though is Todrin has taken a step back next to Ayana at the head of the table, and he just looks like he just got punched in the gut or something, like kicked in the nuts or something. It's just horrible. And you see next to, on the other side of the table, one of the Knights of the Order of the Ruby Rose with their sword out, swinging at these priestesses that are still sitting.
Oh, Kevin's a
Oh,
girl.
crap.
No, Kevin's a guy.
Oh, okay, Kevin.
I don't have
I knew that. I knew that.
I do not have a separate token for him. I just have those are the tokens I use for the priestesses of the Sunni.
Fuck, I don't know what's going on in here. I just know that,
Clear target is the demon.
well, yeah, I get that one. Obviously, that one. So I see that
Stop
succubus, and I immediately, and I cast Witch Bolt at level 3.
Not fireball.
No, I don't have it. Fuck
Yeah,
off!
no.
Wait, no, +1. Ooh, 26 to hit. Smack, level 3. Aw, yeah. I need to. 3d12.
Sorry.
Man, in that moment, I knew I was either getting proposed to or blasted with something.
Yeah, I was on the fence either way. It's like he's either fucked or he's being proposed to.
All right,
That's
and
kind of how it is. in real life.
3d12. Blam! 31 damage.
Well, what you don't realize is that you're
So-
being proposed to and blasted at the same time.
Yeah.
So Bart just busts in that door, sees what's going on. He has his sword in his hand. He's got that staff in his other hand. And just between the two, he's just holding them out, and lightning starts arcing. And he stabs the sword towards the succubus and hits her with that blue lightning. And now that's just crackling all over her body. And that's my turn.
Fucking 31, man.
So Nadia is going to, again, the priestesses are all unarmed, but she's going to disengage and move to the back of the room. And Sister Isolde just starts. Sister Isolde starts shouting at Enid. She says, "What are you doing?" And she's. Let's see. Does she go for the succubus or does she go to try to stop Enid? I think she's. Yeah, I'm gonna roll for it. She's gonna go for Enid. She runs around the table and just tries to. Let's see. What is she gonna do? She's going to try to. She's gonna try to swing her sword at her just to try to get her off of them. Yeah, both times Enid saw it coming. She turned around and parried both the strikes. Todrin, you see this succubus that you knew as Lorelei Lynn pulls out her that whip that you've seen her use before, and she lashes it out at Ayana.
No way.
Rutro.
Fuck no.
She's gonna swing the second time at you. The first snap of this whip hits Ayana, and then when she tries to take another strike at you, it just whips right next to your head.
That waits me.
Are you wearing your armor right now?
I am not remembering right now. I'm sorry.
Then that should hit. Yeah, that should hit. Okay.
My AC is 13 right now.
Okay. Yeah. You got lucky that was a 1.
Whew. I got fucking 13 health, boys and girls.
Why did that decide to stop playing all of a sudden? Oh, I disabled loot. That's what happened. Sorry.
How dare you?
It's kind of a blast from the past here because I played a female healer when I played the Golden Dragon Party,
Mm-hmm.
and she ran around in that exact top that Rihanna wearing that dress.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Awesome.
that's what she wore. So it's kind of fucking nuts. That turns out she was Rihanna the whole time. I like that idea.
So again, they're not armed for combat, but Salira is gonna look to you guys, and she is going to try to cast a spell on the succubus that's sitting right in front of her. She's gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Get that radiant damage.
Which she makes. So she's going to take. How does that work? Sacred Flame do anything when they succeed?
Not unless they
No.
ran something.
Okay. So she doesn't. She actually doesn't take anything from that. She succeeded on the save.
Is that the enhanced combat thing working for you?
Apparently so. That's. I wasn't expecting it to. Todrin, one of the acolytes, comes up behind you, and you feel what seems like claws. What feels like claws in the back of your backside. And it's at that moment that they too start to transform. Give me just a second here.
Wow.
On my ass.
This
8 health.
this one turns from what looks like just a female human into a male form of the succubus that is standing in front of you.
Oh, an incubus.
Mistiana.
She will.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to point out I didn't resist that damage. I don't have heavy armor on.
Okay, so that would have added 3. Okay, if you want to go ahead and handle that.
Would that incapacitate you?
Not yet. Sorry, Mistiana.
She's gonna stay outside, and she's looking for anybody approaching to let me know what's going on.
All right, roll a perception check.
What is her perception plus? Do you know? Because
She has a +5 to her.
So 20.
She doesn't see anything right now, but
Cool. Well, that's what she's gonna do. She's on lookout, basically.
got it.
Watching our backsides.
Bart, one of the other knight, pulls her sword and starts charging you.
Bring it. Aw. Alright, so I need to roll a concentration check.
Yeah, and she's going to take a step to
is
the
that?
side here and try and pull another
No, no.
attack on you.
Okay.
The first one, 7. I
Concentration.
forget how concentration works. Is it half of
I'll
the
look it
damage you
up while
took?
you're attacking.
I think it's half the damage you took.
Half the damage or 10, whatever is higher.
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. I will look it up real quick, but continue.
You continue. You're the one attacking me.
You get 2 checks. I'm guessing it's 10 or higher.
Go ahead, Kason. Keep playing. I got the handbook right here.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you guys see Enid and you see Ina, not Iana, Ina. That's gonna be confusing. I didn't even think about that. One of them's attacking the priestesses, fighting now with Isolde, and the other one's attacking Bart. Serval, what would you like to do? You've got one of the sisters of the Order of the Ruby Rose that is attacking Bart 10 feet in front of you. Like, right in
Hideous
the door.
laughter. Tasha's hideous laughter.
All right.
Yeah, half the damage you take or 10, whatever is higher. Alright.
Sister Ida. Check. She fails.
All right. So yeah,
So I get them with advantage because I have Warcaster. I do have I have Warcaster.
okay.
And then the second one.
So after Serval casts hideous laughter
So I
on her,
pass them both.
he runs up and disarms her and tosses the weapon to well, he won't be
Okay,
able to do
that's-
much beyond
that's-
that. That's his.
I'd say you can put a foot on it as part of your movement, but to kick it across the room or anything would be more than you can do because you've already used your action. So
Well, you draw a weapon as part of your movement, so I figure you'd pick up a weapon as part of your movement. So I wanted to like pick it up.
yeah, that's the thing.
But-
You can put a foot on it as it's still in her hand. Is what I'm saying. Like,
But
she's
Tasha's hideous laughter is she's incapacitated, so she can't resist as I
decision
pull it
already
out of her.
made. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. All right.
All
right.
So what you see here, though, this acolyte drops her form, and you see Seraphina in the form of this one.
Wait, I'm sorry.
The acolyte that's standing directly to your side
She transforms into
drops her form into it's Seraphina, yeah. And she is going to let's see. She's going to cast a firebolt right at you. It goes wide though, right between behind you and between Ayana and the incubus that's standing behind you.
I'm shitting my pants right now.
Yeah, this one of the other acolytes starts running past you guys and gets to Oscar and starts clawing at Oscar.
Does Serval or myself get an opportunity attack?
The thing about it,
Serval.
she did not start transforming until she got past Serval, and now she is next to you. So,
No, she wouldn't. Okay.
right. Yeah. But now you realize that it's also a succubus.
Oh, fuck.
Todrin, Ayana looks to you, having seen what just happened, and she is going to cast a spell on you.
Cast a spell on you.
You get 15 hit points back. She casts. Actually, that's probably the wrong spell, but I'm gonna use it anyway.
It's just like, get that fucking armor on. Or it's just like, where's your armor?
All right, Oscar. Right before your turn, Oscar, though, give me just a second here.
He's standing outside the room hearing all this screaming, and this cat is just sitting right in front of him, just looking back and forth.
So, Oscar, you see this little guy. Let me get the picture here.
Another fucking demon, goddammit.
What?
A quasit.
Closet.
I need a DC or a Wisdom save from you. I keep trying to say the DC first, but I need a Wisdom save from you, Oscar. This thing is about the size of Mistiana, about the size of a house cat, but looks really fucking scary. Not scary enough to actually frighten you, though. It's more of a jump scare
Times
than
in the right
anything.
light, she's a little scary.
Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to skip your turn. Oscar, it's your turn.
First of all, as a bonus action, I'm going to reach out through the room and bring a calming, healing balm of the summer court upon. I targeted him, right?
Hey, Hind people are saying that there's some weird noises in the stream.
Weird noises.
Is
Like
it the music?
someone said, Ronaldo, who's that? Is that Chef Godzilla? He said it sounded like a water pipe. And one of the guys that I shared the stream with said it sounded like someone's going to say Leroy Jenkins, but they just went the Lee.
It's Colorado, man.
So, I don't know what's going on.
I'll turn off my fan though.
I'm not hearing anything in Discord, so I don't know what.
No, I don't hear it either.
The stream picks up my direct mic feed, whereas Discord only picks up when I talk. So sometimes
Oh,
the
okay,
stream does
okay.
things that Discord doesn't. So I'll try to be a little more mindful of that. Sorry, what happened? Oscar, you healed the shit out of me?
Toddler should have 3 temporary hit points instead of just 1.
All right,
I can do that.
All right, you go ahead.
3. Cool.
There you go.
I wonder why that didn't
Alright,
work.
best.
Yeah, and not a lot of healing.
Every bit, man, every bit. I don't even have my armor on.
And then this thing's kind of freakish. I'm going to summon a being into. What does that thing look like?
Well, he
Kind
showed you the
of looks
picture.
like a toad.
The quasit? Yeah, a little toad-like.
All right. Well, that's going to confuse me, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and
I'll be right back.
do.
Like a giant frog. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, frog. Oh God, yes.
How giant is this giant frog? You may make it worse than it is.
A giant frog is
So-
a medium creature, so
What
It's a
CR
big
is
frog.
I don't have it on my list, so
a giant
Frogs can.
frog is only 1/4.
oh good, perfect. Well, 8 of them appear.
Oh God, is it really?
I can do
They
8
can
beats the challenge
swallow
rating
things.
1/4 or lower.
Yes. Giant frogs
So-
everywhere.
Mistiana is just shocked as all of a sudden the room just this corridor outside just fills with frogs. And let me make those friendly and
Oh,
give me
wait.
control over them.
I thought that we were the back of the room or something.
You're in the corridor that's right outside, and Bart just kicked in the door, so
Oh, so I couldn't see Todd then.
you can see him, yes, through
Okay.
the door.
Yeah, so just behind all of the space around Serval, Bart, and the Quizit is where those frogs.
Would you roll initiative for them for me real quick? I'm gonna give them all the same initiative just so that we don't have
15.
So many frogs. That's a bonus action? Or was the bonus?
The healing was the bonus action, and then this will be my action.
All right.
I'm gonna put them on the map here, but I'm gonna let you just figure out where you want all of them to be. Bart, you just missed this. The room is now filled with croaking frogs.
Big frogs, medium-sized creatures.
Like, yeah, they're
What?
Frogs
very-
as big as people.
very, very
What
large
the
frogs.
Fuck.
One guess as to who made those.
Oh no, I don't need to guess. I know.
I love it. This is perfect.
3 guesses, the first 2 don't count.
The question wasn't who the fuck, it was what the fuck.
Yeah, and you guys see Kevin is sitting at the table and just got hit with the sword in the side and clutching that wound, and looks seeing the knight that just attacked him from the side. There's a succubus in front of him. There's an incubus at the table, or behind Ayana, and there's craziness going on outside the room. He doesn't know what the fuck to do. He's gonna crawl under the table.
Like half a knee of rivets and
Todrin, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and
Time to get manly.
Yeah, and just full of rage in my face. I'm like, how long? How long? And as I'm
She is just
yelling that
smiling.
at her, I clutch my necklace, and yeah, this flash of bright white light encompasses me entirely, and when it fades, I am in full plate armor with my shield and sword out, ready to rock. And,
I'm sorry. I was too tired to catch those last time, but you're totally a Sailor Scout.
Oh, Sailor Moon, yeah. I was wondering.
I
how long it
made-
would take
I made the Power Ranger joke.
Yeah, I was wondering. how long
Nice.
it would
Sailor Scout is better.
I was waiting. I was wondering.
He
what
just
it was.
holds his necklace and twirls and just rainbow colors in his
My
armor.
clothes disappear. I just got underwear on and conveniently placed lens flare around my dick.
He's got a cod piece.
Yeah. So,
His only armor, a bikini male.
would
for-
you say I still have a bonus action, or is that my own? Because I am drawing my weapons as well. I don't know. It's up to you.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I was
Uh,
looking at something else.
Do I still have a bonus action if I mean, I guess drawing weapons is a free action normally anyway, right?
You can draw your
Movement.
weapon, you can't attack with it because
Right,
the
okay. Cool. So I still have my bonus
Yeah.
action then.
drawing a weapon is part of the movement, so you're good on that.
So then for my bonus action, I'm going to reach out and put my hand on Ayana's shoulder, and a little red sparkle travels along my arm, and I give her Shield of Faith.
All right.
+2 to her AC.
Oh crap! I just remembered something. Okay, on my next turn, I remembered something I need.
Oh. Isolde must not have been ready for the strike that comes from Enid when she's trying to. Isolde was trying to stop Enid from attacking, and when she turned her wrath on against her, she manages to get a really good strike on her.
He needs the bad one.
Yeah. The second time, though, she manages to get that to stop that strike with her sword. Bart, you're surrounded by giant frogs. There's a laughing woman on the floor in front of you and a succubus behind you.
All right, cool. But I can still see the succubus that attacked Todrin.
You can.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's Lorelei, right?
Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna change her name to Lorelei here in just a second. So
Alright,
go ahead
cool.
and do
Well,
what you're gonna do.
My energy is still crackling all over her. So, I'm just gonna like sheathe the weaver, and I'm just holding my staff, and I just clench my my right fist while I'm holding the staff, and the lightning just pulses, kind of leaves her body, and then restrikes her.
Okay. Is
I
that
don't
a
think I
bonus
need
action?
roll for the. No, it's my action.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and
No, I
roll
don't
the
need to
damage on
attack
that.
again. I just deal damage.
So is there any kind of other effect to this? Does it have like a
What are you asking? Because what it is
like a
I make the
condition, like
attack.
incapacitation or anything like that?
No, it's
Okay.
just I make the attack. It does the damage, and then
Got it.
for up to a minute, it's a concentration spell. That's why I
Okay,
had to
so-
do the.
Basically, what I was asking is just she can still do everything she wants to do, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Okay,
it has no
cool.
restrictions.
Got it.
But
All right, go ahead and do your thing then.
I do hit her again. Oh,
Nice.
this one did 11.
Good shit, though. Good shit.
Yeah, what you seem to be noticing though is that the it's not quite as effective as you'd like it to be.
Damn it. All right. Well,
Pain,
All right.
no resistance.
Ribbit, Oscar. What do you?
really quickly, can I move through the the frogs?
They're friendly. I'd say yeah, you can move through them. It's
Right on. Then I'm gonna try to dash into the corner of the room that's in here, like over here.
all right. I
Not
assume you mean
dash, but
yeah.
run over there.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, you can get there.
All right, cool.
What do you want the frogs to do, Oscar?
Ribbit, bitch.
Ribbit. Ribbit.
That one. Oh, it's the middle one. He's going to go towards.
You should have
Move
control
in
of all
and
of them.
do the.
Do you?
Does their tongue have like reach?
And none of these guys are small except for maybe the Quasit, right?
The Quasit is small, yes. Seraphina is also small.
Oh.
I can't change the turn for these guys, but
Oh, okay, sorry.
that
I'll
one took
do
a
it.
bite. Miss. Aina Targana is good, right?
Ina is the one that's currently on her ass laughing because of Serval's Tasha City's laughter.
She attacked me, and you would have
Right.
seen.
Oh, so
Right.
everyone here is bad? Okay.
Not everyone. There's two of the knights are fighting each other, but the Quasit, the Succubus, and Ina. Bart, what was the thing for concentration? What were the rules for that, real quick? Can you remind me?
It's half of the damage you took rounded up, or 10, whatever is higher.
Should
All right.
Did she cast a concentration spell?
No, something else.
Okay. If you put a C in parentheses, it'll automatically do all that. Okay, so number 2 is done. Number 3. I'm gonna go after the Quasit.
All right.
I can try to swallow.
Yeah, you make a bite attack against it.
Nope.
You didn't move at all.
No.
All right, 4.
Nope.
5.
Ouch, dude.
Oh my god.
No way.
At least it's frogs. Oh man, I say that, but
Damn.
ouch.
But still,
You're gonna move this one into
not a single roll above 8.
range of the Quasit.
Ouch.
Rivet.
Hey.
Hey, there you go.
Resisted. Yikes. Okay, so target is swallowed and the grapple ends. Blind in stage, total cover from everything else. Oh, and takes acid damage to each of my turns. So next turn.
Nice. All right.
Cool.
Poor
Can you
little demon.
do-
Hate the
Can you do a
demon.
little acid thing effect? Oh wait, hold on. I do it.
We need a Yoshi sound effect.
Yes. No.
There you go. Cool.
Well, that's gonna hurt me.
Oh, is it? Well, how do I put that on him then? Do I just? I think I just put it on
we'll
him.
just leave it there and just fix it.
All right.
Okay. Oh God, what? The frog dies. The swallowed creature is no longer restrained and can escape from the corpse using 5 foot of movement, exiting. That's
Alright.
horrendous.
So you got one more frog then. Oh, is it grapple her too? Nice.
It's a grapple other than the acid swallow for the smalls.
Okay.
Go frog 8. Okay, that's all.
Let's see. What does Nadia do? Oop. That wasn't supposed to be against her. It was supposed to be against Isolde. But I'm going to just use that as her save. So there. Alright, so you see her casting a Sacred Flame cantrip against sorry, I did that against the wrong person. It should have been against Enid, but there. Yeah, you guys see these two knights that are just sword against sword, just over and over again, trying to. But they're at least keeping each other busy. Lorelei pulls the short sword from her hip and swings it at that frog that's trying to hold on to her and misses. She's gonna try it again though. Second one hits.
Ribbit.
Being grappled by a frog, you see the succubus pulls the sword from her side and just starts chopping at this frog that's got its tongue wrapped around her.
I happen to know she likes a lot of tongue.
You would probably know that, yes.
Wow.
Saliva is going to come over to you, Bart, and she's going to cast a healing spell on you.
Excellent.
So Ina gets a thing at the end of her turn, right? Against Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Let me look.
She gets a save at the end.
I think so. That sounds.
Alright.
At the end of each of its turns, and each
Or
time
when it takes damage.
Another wisdom save. It has advantage on the saving throw this turn, but
Okay.
The frog
that
didn't know
case-
that.
In that case, I apologize because she's already gotten out of it then. But you hear her. She's still on the ground. She's looking up at you, Serval, and you just see like her face just goes white, and she just says, "You have to stop them. They're being charmed."
Oh,
shit.
oops.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, she's still on her back, but
My bad.
So Tasha's hideous laughter was it enough to help them get past the charm?
Or maybe the damage resisted both the laughter caused her to resist both the laughter and the shock.
That's a possibility.
I think I skipped someone. Did I? I skipped. I did skip. I skipped the succubus or the incubus rather.
Well, it's his turn right now.
Yeah, I went to Aina though. For some reason, I skipped her and Mistiana. Him and Mistiana.
Oh,
No.
yeah, yes.
So Todrin, now that your armor is on, you feel this guy's claws trying to dig into you, but it's just he's fighting steel. Each time the claws, yeah.
Bitch! I'm awesome now.
All right, Mistiana.
She's still on the lookout.
So at this point, now Aina she shouts. They've been charmed, and she's going to try to stand up if you're going to let her.
Who's gonna let her? Oh, the frog?
Well, Serval is holding her sword down with his foot.
Oh, that's right. Leonard.
Hold on, guys. I got something right now.
Oh shit. Okay, I got you. You got
Okay.
this. Yeah. Serval will let his foot off, and he asks which ones. As,
She says, I don't know. It was just, I just know they were doing it to me, so they got to be doing it to someone else too. And she's looking over at Enid and Isolde in the room that are fighting each other.
right. Which has got to be a sightless.
All right, his turn.
Okay, for his turn, he likes to do healing first. Does anybody need it?
Oscar could use a tiny bit.
I could, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
He'd probably use it on you, considering.
Yeah, so he has healing word, right?
He does have healing
He does,
word.
that's a bonus.
He recently changed a lot of his spells, so but he does still have healing word.
Okay. So for his bonus action, he'll pop a healing word on me. Just across the room.
Okay.
Which is cool, 7 points, but yeah. And then he'll look to. Oh, is that not a cantrip? That's not a cantrip. Shit. Okay, he does have. Oh my god, vicious mockery is. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, he'll use vicious mockery on. Oh shit.
Roll a perception check. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, 18. He can tell. The one that started the attacking was Enid.
Enid. Okay. And he's gonna run forward and do his whack whack. With the fuck. How do I do this? One rapier, one scimitar?
Yeah.
Disadvantage on one of them?
Why disadvantage?
I don't know. I don't know.
You just don't get the some modifier.
Yeah, you don't get the +2 to the damage on the second attack, but you just used a bonus action anyway.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So then.
Was it a bonus action or an action?
It was an action. It's
Okay.
words as results. I mean,
I
yeah.
think healing word is a bonus. Yeah, healing word is a bonus action. He can use his action
Okay. Cool.
to attack.
Right. And yeah, he'll
And I
run up and using non-lethal damage try to smack down Enid.
So he has 2 attacks with that rapier, though.
The rapier. Okay. So first one, miss. Doesn't he use one weapon and then the other? Or would he rather
Typically,
use-
when it's offhanded, he would use the scimitar, but this is an extra attack from class ability.
Gotcha. Then his bonus action would be the scimitar.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
At least that's how I
You did
understand
that
it.
for healing word.
Right. Got it. Okay.
That's how I understand it. Like,
Yeah,
I could
that
be
makes sense.
mistaken, but
Yep.
all right.
So he missed both times, and that's it.
All right. Todrin, I need a dex save from you.
Save. Fucking
That's okay because Ayana got a 3 on hers, so you
Serafina?
both take just a swarm of snowballs just start flying at the both of you.
Ouch.
But it's not snowing.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be snowing outside, but the room is just suddenly filled with magical snowballs that just pelt the both of you.
So
It
why
is a
did
temple of beauty.
my Shield of Faith failed automatically? It didn't even roll me a check.
I have it. It shows if you rolled a 7 + 2 for 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't show us the roll. Release me. It just says that my spell expired.
That's weird.
That's
I don't
right.
know why
If
it
it
would do
shows
that.
if it shows a save, then I
That-
failed the Constitution save.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Concentration check.
Yeah, but then she's gonna move back into the room.
The
So,
constipation check.
so the succubus that you guys are fighting outside, she's not caught up with anything, is she? She's not restrained. Okay,
I don't think so.
she's gonna go after. She's gonna go after Oscar here since he's closest. All right. All right. Ayana didn't hear that bit about the charm spell, but she's gonna. She has a. She has a mace. No, she has a short sword. She has a short sword she's gonna use to attack the incubus behind her.
Behind Rick?
Did you just say behind Rick?
Yes, I did.
So yeah, she starts
God damn it.
swinging this sword at the incubus and just laying into him.
Awesome. She's a bit of a badass.
Oscar, what does the closet have to roll against that
DC
Swallowed.
11.
DC 11? Not with a 7. So you just see there's the side of this frog is just like being pushed out like a rubber mask or something. You just see on both sides, like he's just trying to find a way out, and it's just not happening.
For once,
Okay, Oscar.
I am.
I'm gonna move him out of the way and just see, can I downsize him a little? There, just to represent that he's inside that frog.
that's awesome. I like it. Blim. Totally needed Yogi sound.
I totally did not see the frogs coming, and I
Oh.
love it because this is the Temple of Beauty. This is like nobody wants frogs here.
Quisa did just take damage too at this. No, the start of the frog's turn.
Oh, that's is it the start of the frog's turn?
Yeah, that's why it's weird.
Did we already do their turn?
Not yet.
No, because
Okay.
it's on the frog.
Okay, got it. Okay.
All right. Oscar can't see that guy. I'm gonna try the succubus because Todrin looks like.
Thankfully,
Well, he's. I'm gonna bonus action heal Todrin again.
go. There you go. Good roll.
And then 3 more temporary hit points.
Okay.
Sick.
And then going to sneeze. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna draw my stick. I can't shillelagh yet.
Out
But
of
I will-
curiosity, how many times can you use that balm?
That was it.
Oh,
S- Once per level,
Got it.
and then
Okay.
up to half uses each turn.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna bop. What's her face?
Nice.
Bippity boppity.
Or not. Next turn though. Next turn will
Bitch.
be more effective.
uppity bitch.
So at this point, Kevin is
Why did you
scrambling out
forget
from
that?
under the table and making his way over the frogs and trying to get out of the room.
Go, Kevin. Go, Kevin. Go.
I'm going to remove him from the thing since he's out of the way now. Todrin.
All right. I'm fixated on Lorelai. I'm gonna roar in anger and come charging in at her. Draw Azure Edge. I already have it drawn. Which is like the sword I need. Azure Edge. And I'm gonna throw some smacks at her. I'm calling Divine Smite now.
Alright. And also you get the fiendish damage.
Cool. Am I supposed to have advantage? Right, because she's restricted by all the time.
Right.
Awesome. So this first one is a smash. And then that is also the extra damage I saw you through here.
Yep.
2d6. And then a second level Divine Smite, which I can never remember. Is, I believe it's 2d8 plus one more dice skip, so 3d8 damage.
You're rolling Serval.
Well, I can't roll them damage anyway. They're 11, so 16 radiant damage.
Alright.
Just laying into her. Not again! And that is...
Got it. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, Enid's gonna take a swipe at the newcomer that's just trying to get in on her.
Yeah, he is.
He failed whatever concentration he was rolling too. Oh, for the charisma. Okay.
Oh, well. I was very charismatic this whole time. More so than usual, anyway.
Bart, it is your turn.
So again, I'll do that same action. I'll just holding my staff out, just reach out, just clench my fist, and that lightning will pulse and strike Lorelei again.
Mm-hmm.
20 damage, 10 damage.
Oscar, your frogs.
Oh, I didn't hear the ding. Number one. Okay, the girl again.
Wait.
I guess this-
She's been released from her charm. Or did you mean
Yeah, I know.
No, succubus.
Okay, go ahead. That's a hit. Frog 2. Do you want him to get in closer?
Those are some weird sounds on the stream, guys.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I'm gonna run up and go after Lorelei.
I'm all trying to be conscious of the noise.
All right.
Well, you know, we have to be conscientious of our water pipe noises.
Yep. All that water pipes I'm smoking.
Yeah, you're smoking.
Next
Speaking
frog.
of which,
Gonna move up. Or no, staying there.
Mhm. That's a hit.
Whatever.
Next frog. That's a lot of frogs. That's a miss. Next frog. 7. That's
Well,
got the.
I was about to do it anyways.
Wait, why is he attacking you?
That's what I reached to do, and it's an overzealous frog.
Okay. 6.
It bit the hand that made it.
There's a lot going on in that room. That one's a
Right,
miss. Okay.
One.
Now I'm going to remove that damage from
that
that.
5
Apply
damage,
that
go ahead
5
and-
to
yeah.
the closet. The closet.
Oh
You suddenly see
man,
the moving inside the closet, inside the frog, just goes still.
this is
Awesome.
long rolling burp.
What?
All right, and 8.
Come on.
Let's see. Nadia is going to cast a Sacred Flame at the Incubus. He fails.
Yes. Sizzle fry.
Yeah. And he's sold. She's still trying to get Nadia to snap out of it. Or, not Nadia, Enid. Finally, she lands a hit on her. And let's see. Okay. So finally, after all that you see, Enid shakes her head and she says, realizing what's been happening to her. She's finally snapped out of that charm spell.
Good.
And you see Lorelei. Lorelei looks really badly injured, and she just disappears.
Son of a bitch.
No.
I haven't
Uh,
knew we get that.
Was it spell? Did she cast?
It did not appear to be a spell.
Damn it.
She's probably still there. She's probably invisible. I don't fucking know. That's theory, bro.
Let's see, Selira next to you guys. She's gonna try to cast a spell against this one that's outside. So she's gonna cast a guiding bolt. Let's see. Incubus, with Todrin having turned away, he's going to attack her. Ayana.
I've never even looked at it. That's asshole. Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, she was distracted by the disappearance of Lorelei, and he just slashes her twice across the chest. Miss Yana.
She's still on the lookout.
Okay. Aina's going to turn her sword against this succubus. Actually, that should be a advantage on that strike, but it didn't come up for some reason. Because of the guiding bolt. It doesn't matter. Okay. And she's going to lay a Searing Smite into it, too. I think I just gave that to the succubus on mistake. I want to do that. Anyway, she rolled a 3, so there we go. Got it.
Ina's still got grappled and strained on her. Is that?
That's probably why it was. I need to take that off. Okay, there we
Lena,
go.
you back, brother?
Terrible. This is a lot more to handle than I thought it was going to be.
It's a lot more frog than we expected.
Well, not just that. There was
Oh, of
other
course,
things.
of course. There's a lot of shit going on. Okay. So, Sir Ball is gonna. Is there any AoE spells that he has? Is Shatter an AoE?
It is.
Yes.
Careful. It's a big one.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
a
gonna
big
do that.
one.
I don't have a spell. So he will just turn. What about masculine order?
If you're If you're interested in Shatter, it's a 10-foot radius sphere. Does 3d8 thunder damage.
Yeah, he's not gonna flank by that. He's just gonna turn around and pop a mass healing word for a bonus action.
Okay.
So that is a target of himself, Oscar,
Up to 6 creatures.
And I will
just say, you've got-
always heal you.
We've got 2 more creatures you can add to that, so there you go, High Priestess, and there you go.
and then I do boop. Wait, that's. Oh, it worked.
Nice.
Cool. I did a thing. Everybody gets 6 healing points. And
Kerpabloop.
so that was a level 3 spell. So I can do a
Mhm.
cantrip is inspiration. Cantrip?
Not a spell.
Bonus action, I think.
Bonus action. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. So then he'll just run up this way.
Right, there's a table right there, but
Oh.
he can slide across it if he wants to.
Yeah, he'll
Like a boss.
bust a move and go after this incubus.
Alright. That's a so mass healing word's a bonus action, so if he wants to use his swords he can.
Ka-chow, miss. Ka-chow, hit. There we go. Stab. 3 damage.
Alright.
Good job, Serval. You're the man.
Toddern, roll me a wisdom save.
This bitch. Fuck. 7.
So Toddern, what you see in front of you is Lorelei in the form of that succubus that is just in your face and attacking you and coming right for you. So
Shit. Okay.
you take 4d10 psychic damage.
Ow. Christ. Back to half health
And you're frightened.
again.
A rutro.
it's too true. Oh.
This succubus. She's just surrounded by frogs and knights. Let's see. She's gonna take a swipe at this one.
She better try to leave or she's gonna croak.
And she's gonna take a swipe at Ina. That one misses. That one misses. I got a lot to handle. I can't laugh at jokes.
Apparently, you're the only one that caught it.
What?
Yep. See, I'm wasted here.
Stop drinking.
What? Oh, you asshole. Go back to your bubble stick.
All right. You see Ayana raise a hand, and she just says, "I banish you," and the incubus disappears.
Yeah. And a girl.
Oscar.
I mean, yeah. It's like if it's still there. This time bonus action is gonna go to Chalet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chalet.
Or cantrip a whoop ass.
Cantrip a whoop ass.
Then now my now glowing magical stick. I'm gonna try and boop her.
All right. You should have advantage. Yeah, there it goes. You rolled it. There you go.
Bam. I'm then gonna shuffle over a little bit to let my frogs in on this.
Mm-hmm.
That is cantrip, so spell use, and we're done.
Oh my god, it's my turn.
Yes, it is. Give me just a second to see if this continues. You take another Uh. All right, go ahead and do your turn. What you see though is Lorelai's attacking you.
Yeah, in the same spot that she was before.
Yeah.
And
Still
it's a
grappled by my frogs.
succubus form, you said?
The one you see does not appear to be grappled by anything. She's just there and just swinging that sword and that whip at you wildly.
Okay, so the fear part of it has me backing away slowly.
Mhm.
And I'm
And she's just advancing on you.
yeah, and as I'm backing up step by step, I'm yelling, "I loved you!" Some tears coming down his face,
There's just this horrible smile on her face as you say that.
and
I love you too, Todrin.
the corner of my eye.
The words you hear in your head, and none of the rest of you hear this, it's just you. We could have been together. All you had to do was break that mirror.
Is she still visible? Like,
You do not see her.
if she's within 30 feet, my thunder is still crackling across her body.
You do not see her.
Okay.
This is just in my head. I'm taking psychic damage. But yeah, so as I'm backing up and I'm too fucking scared, I can't.
In fact, if that's concentration, you would have felt it break by now.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's
The
okay.
frog grapples go away too.
Yeah, they would have been gone too.
Okay.
Out of the corner of my eye, I'm gonna see Seraphina. For the first time, noticing anybody but Lorelai, and I'm gonna rush at her. You too? And I'll take a swing or two at her. I miss. And actually, I'm gonna give up my first attack, attacking the fake
Okay.
Lorelai.
You were. Let's see here. How's this?
I would say my first attack is at that thing, and if it goes through her, it does not.
Alright. Roll another charisma save.
Let's see. 22.
That's gonna do it. You suddenly the form of that phantasmal Lorelei just dissipates, and you just see Seraphina in front of you.
Okay, cool. And that was because I attacked it? That's when it seemed to happen?
No, just because that was the end of your turn.
Oh.
And you made the save at the end of your turn.
Gotcha.
You did not break her concentration.
Gotcha.
Let's see.
I have a bonus action. I'm gonna shield of faith myself.
All right. So Enid is going to charge outside, and let's see. Can she? I don't think she can get to where she wants to be. Bart.
So all that's left really is Seraphina, right?
That's all you guys see right now. There's the succubus outside that's being surrounded by frogs, and Seraphina in the back.
It was the succubus and Seraphina.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to fling a chromatic orbiter.
Chromatic orbiter.
And I'm going to make it
Some color.
a thunder orb. Maybe. There it is. Oh wait, I gotta hit her first. Haha! Crack! Fucking ones and twos? God damn it. That happens way too much.
At least she's not resisting.
I'm glad she
Frogs.
would have fucking taken no damage.
She's like,
What do you want
Not
to do
that
with
she
the
took
frogs,
much.
Oscar?
Go ahead and take off the effect from Frog 7 real quick.
Oh, right. There it is. There you go.
Number 2. Okay, so number 2 can't see anything. Seraphina is a
Seraphina.
bad girl.
Yeah.
I just go up and just a long lick along her.
It's a little
3.
bit creepy, Todrin, as you watch this frog approach Seraphina hippity hop and just lick up her arm.
She didn't enjoy the tongue so much.
Next, there we go.
It approaches all different top. Oh, you're the best kid. Okay.
There you go.
Crit cow. Smack. Wow.
Oh man, that resist.
That resistance, bro. If only your paladin had a brain.
The frog army will get through this.
Yeah, the succubus is just surrounded by these giant frogs, like almost man-sized frogs, and just screams, "What are you doing? What is this?" She's just like, for a succubus, this stuff just like horrified and weirded out, and just
Low key into it.
yeah, a little bit into it.
Oh, fuck.
That's all I got.
All right. I think Nadia's just gonna back out of the way here and let things sort themselves out. Isolde is gonna come into this
Just
room.
let it happen.
Mistiana.
Still on watch. Watching this fucking succubus get banged by frogs.
Phrasing?
Intentional.
Was on spot, on point.
All right. I don't know if that did exactly what I wanted it to. I think it did. Yeah, it did. Okay. So yeah, she uses another smite against this succubus. Serval.
Yeah, I'm worried about Leonard. Is he back by now? Okay.
He may be putting cuffs on someone.
So let's see. He's definitely gonna step up to Ayana, reach out, put a hand on her shoulder, and cast. Oh, he doesn't have any point blank healings. So shit, mass healing word. Or
I think it's the same.
yeah, it's the same. Okay, so he might as well just use another third level mass healing word. First bonus action is going to hit her. Increase this. Oh, good. And that frog. Powered it over here. Healing word.
All right.
6 more. Cool.
Ooh.
That's a bonus
So
action.
at this point, Seraphina is just looking up at you. She's just shouting, "Did you kill her? Where is she? What have you done with her?" And she starts casting a spell. And you just start hearing these horrible words start coming from her mouth, and she takes a vial of blood from her pouch, and she starts trying to cast a spell.
As she does that, I just swipe my staff and I cast Counterspell.
You see her start to pour the blood out onto the floor around her, and nothing happens. And she just has this look on her face. She looks over at Bart, and she goes, "Shit!"
Oh, booey.
Ooey.
You're going nowhere, Seraphina.
I've gotten away with it too.
All right, and this succubus. She just looks over at Oscar and says, "You wouldn't be interested in the kiss, would you?"
I no, thank you.
Oh, too bad. And she disappears.
Is that what a kiss is like?
So that's what it's like.
So now,
Don't worry, that noble's totally into Asgard.
Ayana's still concentrating on her spell, but she says, "What do we do with her?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Oscar, what do you want to do? How many more?
Can
Sorry, go ahead.
what was your question?
I was just going to ask Bart a question, but I think we're still in a position where it's going to work. So I think we're still in combat. Is what I'm getting at.
Well, I cast the wrong spell, so doing flaming sphere where the person or the succubus would have been.
Mm-hmm.
So there's now a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire in there. Oh, well, I guess we'll go with that. Is there anything? I mean, oh sweet, look at that.
Why did I fail my saving throw against your flaming spear?
I still had you targeted, so
So I guess you take my flaming spear.
is there physically anything there then, or?
No, not that you can tell.
Oh shit! I totally screwed up. As soon as I do that, all the frogs go away in
Explode.
the most spectacular fashion.
All your
So-
frogs croak.
How do you see this happening?
I like them all just like burping and exploding.
That's exactly what happened. You just hear this chorus of frogs burping and just poof into nothingness.
So I need to. This spell needs a concentration effect too.
Croaking popcorn.
All right.
Oh,
I'll clear that off of you. There you go.
Todrin's turn.
Todrin.
How close is the wall behind Sarah?
She's right up against it.
Okay, so I take my free hand, wrap it around her throat, and push her up against the wall. And with
All right.
that
Roll
hand,
a strength check.
Oh, okay.
It makes you feel any better. She rolled it too.
Disadvantage for some reason.
That's because that fear is still on you, and it shouldn't be. And I'm going to remove
Oh,
it right
okay.
now.
Sorry.
There you go.
Still roll high.
Yeah, she just looks up at you. Her eyes are wide, and she's
And I'm through that hand. I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on her. I say, you better hope this works for your sake. Take your side. And it doesn't clear her from anything if she's already charmed, frightened, or possessed, but she gets advantage on the next check.
She just looks up at you and she says, "I love her."
Shit. That was. That's my action.
So she has a magic wand or staff that you could attempt to relieve her of if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, you'll let me do that. She tries to pull that.
Is there a spell book?
She does appear to have a spell book on her side.
Excellent.
There actually appear to be 2 books.
I'm not there.
Yeah, I try to take
So
the
all right.
weapon.
Yeah, you have her overpowered. We're out of combat. You can take her stuff. So
Excellent. I will start flipping through the books.
okay.
Jeez.
We will get to that in just a moment.
Valuable information.
Todd's still beat red. He's angry. Tears rolling down his
All right.
face.
So we are out of combat now, and Seraphina, I'm assuming you guys will. Someone's gonna go get the watch. I'm sure Kevin's probably halfway there already.
Right.
But in the meantime, if you would like to say anything or ask any questions of her,
How long? Where's the real Lorelei?
Roll an intimidation check where you've got that sword against her throat.
With advantage, is
So-
it still?
Okay, I mean, it's. I have an
It's a
axe
look-
raised in my offhand, but I'm
Oh, okay. Right.
sorry, intimidation. Oh, that's just intelligence. Wait. I'm sorry, that's the wrong roll. Intimidation. There we go.
There you go.
21.
Okay.
I was like, this one seems low.
Yeah, for you, it definitely is wrong. Even if you use that 12, though, we're still talking a 19, so we're still good. What's the question? I'm sorry, I got distracted by everything else.
How long? Where's the real Lorelai?
She just shakes her head and she says, "You have no idea, do you?"
Talk, woman.
She just looks at the books that Bart has. She says, "It's all in there."
How could you do this?
I loved her.
So did I. I've still got her by the throat up against the wall. Like, Todd still looks like he's on the verge of killing this chick.
So Bart, there are 2 books. One of them appears to be a spell book. The other one appears to be a journal.
I will read the journal.
All right. So this is incredibly long because I am crazy.
Well,
But I'm gonna
Serval
give you the,
definitely steps up
Bart
behind
can
Todd
read
and tries to-
a page every 5 seconds.
Holy shit.
Give me just a second here.
I'll just say Serval steps up behind Todd and gently lowers the hand with the axe. Don't fucking kill her now.
So Serafina describes in the book, in the journal, that she had begun having regular dreams of a beautiful woman named Liliana. The dreams were wonderful at first. Her every fantasy and desire were realized, and she soon began seeking to experience those desires in the real world by visiting fest halls. Over time, her dreams of Liliana became more exciting and increasingly taboo, filled with forbidden pleasures and debauched images that she dared not to tell anyone. She even had dreams of Gratz, the Prince of Pleasure, demon lord of the abyss. She was too terrified to tell anyone at first. She began losing touch with her friends and eventually cut off contact with her family thanks to her fest hall addiction. And one day, Liliana appeared to her in one of those fest halls. They hit it off instantly. They were fast friends, and Liliana understood Serafina in a way that no one else ever had. She was fascinated with her study of the arcane and listened to her for hours on end. She even helped pay for her studies, and which was a great help due to the fest hall addiction, where she wasted all of her money. Liliana even understood her curiosity about the Prince of Pleasure and darker arcane arts that she never had the courage to dabble in. With Liliana's encouragement, though, they both began worshipping Gratz in secret together. She couldn't have been happier, but things took a sudden turn when Liliana came to her with tears in her eyes and told her that a heart warder of Sunni, Lorelei Lynn, had been hunting her. She admitted that she was a succubus, but she really did love her and wanted to be with her. Serafina, by this point, it had been months. She refused to lose her one true love, even if she was a fiend, and began casting Nistul's magic aura upon her, a spell that can hide the fiendish nature of a demon or a devil or any kind of fiend or other creature. The only thing that they could think of together was to kill the Heart Ward, and together they lured Lorelei into a secluded place, and she summoned a powerful demon. And at this point, Bart, you realize that's what she was trying to do. You counterspelled a demon summoning.
Oh my god.
Good work.
Ooh.
Yeah, the second you read that line, you're like, oh shit. So
I read that and I look over at the blood circle that she made, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Liliana warned her that the high priestess at the temple would be suspicious if the Heart Order did not return, and knights of the Order of the Ruby Rose would come looking for answers. They needed a more permanent solution. So Liliana presented a mirror and told her that it was a relic of Suni that she had found some time ago. Liliana had an idea for it, but she needed Seraphina's help. And basically, what they did from there was they began infiltrating the temple. Together, they caused all sorts of mischief. And Todrin, when you start hearing some of this stuff, you're like, oh, I remember that. There was a situation a couple of months back where there was a noblewoman that got a little bit too much wine, and everyone thought that that was the problem. And it turns out, no, as you read this, it was a filter of love that had been poured into this woman's wine to make her become obsessed with someone. It caused a huge scene. Other things like that that were relatively minor, but that's where it started.
Shit. Okay.
So together they managed to secretly dispel the hallowed ground on which the Temple of Beauty sits. With no one the wiser, Liliana began posing as the Heartwork, or Lylin. Started small, just spreading rumors and gossip and jealousy. After some time, Liliana, now Lorelei, told her lover of a young, self-absorbed, this is Seraphina's words, not mine, nobleman who was said to be seeking Suni's favor and was soon to be knighted into the Order of the Ruby Rose. The nobleman had stood vigil at the temple once before, hoping to receive a vision of the goddess, but none had come yet. He had, however, been gifted with the initial abilities of paladin. This was the perfect opportunity to introduce the mirror and begin the true corruption of the temple. The next time that he stood vigil and waited for a sign, one would appear.
Fuck. Oh my god.
So what's happening? You don't know that. I'm reading this book.
Right. You're just reading this book, yeah. Serval's talking down Todd so he doesn't fucking cave in this chick's.
Mm-hmm. So by this point, as you get to the end of this, the City Watch have come in and they're approaching Seraphina, ready to take her away. Todd, are you going to let him?
Yeah, I mean, he's just so frazzled. He doesn't know what to say or do. Just lets her go. You don't let her go. There's a lot of
as
fiends
they
around. Yeah.
as they take her away, I tell them keep her away from blood, and I give them outlines of how they need to keep her restricted.
The sergeant will say, we'll make sure that she gets put into an anti-magic cell.
Oh, wow, that exists. Fuck.
So yeah, the City Watch takes her away. You're left with her spell book and this journal. So what you notice about the spell book is this is it's a beautiful blue leather with her personal arcane sigil embossed on the cover. It appears to be a traveling spell book that only contains the spells that she would have prepared for today. So she probably had other spells in another book somewhere else.
Damn.
But among those spells, you find, well, I'm just going to give you the book.
Yes.
So you should have Seraphina's traveling spellbook in your inventory now.
Ooh, charm person.
Did that give that to you? I think it should have.
It did.
Okay. I don't see it for some reason. That's okay though. As long as you can see it, that's fine.
Hell yes. Snylock snowball snort. Ha.
Wow, bro.
Snylock snowball swarm.
Snylock snowball snort.
Do you want her journal?
Yes, please.
Todd still doesn't know anything about what you just learned. He turns to Ayana and reaches out a hand to her.
She just
Yes,
takes your hand.
spell magic.
She takes your hand and she just says, "Todrin, I don't." No, I don't. She just looks into your eyes and she just throws her arms around you.
He shakes his head, tears still rolling down his face, and while she's hugging him, he just throws all of his hands.
She just, I should have never doubted you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. He's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up.
She says, as bad as this is, we should get to work immediately on restoring the hallowed ground.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
She's-
All right.
And she turns to who's still in the room? She turns to Nadia and says, gather the incense and the other materials. We need to start immediately. They could come back. And she, again, she looks to you. She says, you've done enough already, but if you and your friends could stay for the next... It's a long time. It takes 24 hours, but we could use some protection.
I'm not going anywhere.
And
Of
so you
course.
guys
I could do my
spend
work anywhere.
you guys spend the rest of the evening here at the Temple of Beauty, and the next morning, and they will find you a place where you can take a long rest, and but they will give you a long rest, and as she casts the spell and everything gets taken care of, you don't see any more sign of any succubus or fiends of any sort. But
Probably
the
Just
a
like
lot of
yesterday
divine-
morning.
divine
the next
sense.
and yeah, you don't sense anything else. But the next morning, you do, however, get a message from the City Watch saying that Seraphina has requested to speak with specifically Todrin.
Okay. So everything's done here. We got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll offer to Diana and offer her a flower to future teamwork, I suppose.
And she takes it. She says, "Like I said, we should have never doubted each other."
You're right. You are right. I'm glad we're on the same terms now, but I'm gonna need some time.
And that she nods her head and she says, "I agree. It'll take time, but we will repair this relationship, and we will make sure that nothing like this ever happens again."
Sounds good.
So, do all of you want to go to the Temple of Beauty? Is just Todrin's the only one being asked for, or not to the City Watch rather.
Yeah, I'm leaning on Bart pretty bad. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this.
I would go with him. And during that time, Kates and I would have moved Dispel Magic into my primary spellbook.
All right.
Nice.
So.
Good one to have.
Yeah, it is.
So you guys go to the City Watch, and they lead you. First off, they're only going to want to take Todrin in, unless you guys
fair.
want to make an argument.
Yeah, I'm like physically leaning on Bart. I'm like, listen, if I go in, this man comes with me.
I'm afraid that I'll have to insist. He is almost...
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, or both of you can roll one if you want.
I'll definitely take that.
to the advantage.
Wow.
14's actually going to be they're hesitant, but it's like, okay. So they will lead you, the two of you, into this room, and you see there's this bars between you and her, and she's sitting there, and she just looks up at you guys.
Seraphina.
Yeah,
Yeah, I say her name and nod to her.
and she just looks up at you. She says, "Why are you here?"
What do you mean? Why am I here?
She just looks at you and just shrugs and says, "Why are you here?"
Did you not ask for me?
That's when you see Lorelei appear in the cell with her.
Fuck.
She says, "No, I did." And she turns to Seraphina and presses her lips against hers, and you watch as she just drains the life out of Seraphina.
Oh.
Oh shit.
And she looks at you, and she just says, If only you had just destroyed that mirror, we could have been together too, Todrin. She'll always be with me now.
I just slump off Bart and drop to my knees, looking up at her.
I will. I will cast Thunder Wave.
It is an anti-magic cell.
Oh yeah. I will
But
try to strike her
when-
with my sword.
Through the bars, she's standing at the back of the cell. You can't reach her.
Oh, I see. Never mind. I thought we were in the cell. I misunderstood.
Yeah,
See,
you guys are-
just
you guys are
have a
standing
spell,
outside.
nothing happens.
Yeah. And she just smiles and she says, "It wouldn't have been so bad, Todrin."
Todd's literally speechless. He just is staring at her.
I just step in front of him, and I'm just like, "You evil bitch! If we ever get a hold of you, I will kill you."
She just leans forward and says, "Better men have tried," and she's gone.
I just turn around. Come on, Todrin.
Wait! And I'm looking at Seraphina, and
She's dead.
She's fucking
She's
dead.
gone.
Yep. Yep, I let
Devils
you lead,
and demons. God damn it!
let you lead me out of the fucking cell.
I'll take you back to the tavern.
So before you guys leave, there's the brief question of what happened. She was alive when we left her, but they know having what was going on at the temple and everything. They're aware that, and you just hear one of them say, "We got to beef that thing up, that cell up. They can. How did she get out of it?" That they're very interested in how she got in and out of that cell, being that it's an anti-magic cell.
Right.
Demonic forces are strange.
Fuck. Dude. Oh my god, so much. So much.
Wow. Wow.
I don't even know what to say. Todd's like fucking catatonic. Dude's unresponsive as hell.
Sorry I missed everything, gentlemen. I've had to defend myself from a thief with a syringe, so
Oh
I
shit!
got
Oh
in
my
touch with
God,
the
are you
police and
okay?
such. Yeah,
doing
I'm
all
fine.
right?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm well enough trained that I got a bruised knuckle, so we're good.
From his
He got a
face.
knuckle sandwich.
I'm not supposed to say. So
Oh, okay, gotcha. Awesome. Well, good work. I'm glad you're alright, dude.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
thank you guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Sounds
Good night.
good, man.
I think that's where we're gonna call it too. So, Todrin or Hind, I'm sorry.
It's all good. All good. Either one.
I hope you had fun.
That was amazing. That was fucking amazing.
So just this is the only thing I'm gonna say, and I may have gotten some things wrong with anti-magic cells and how they work and all, but and I think Drax
Anti-magic cells, how do they work?
So
again.
really
I didn't
quickly,
look it up. That was literally just off the cuff. So
At
that
the
may not
very-
be the right thing, but
at the very end of that session, I will have. This is where I would take the money to my father. By the way, I would take
Sure.
that 6,000 with me,
mhm.
and I would take.
You drop me off at the tavern first.
Yeah, I would take you to the tavern, make sure you're okay. And I actually wouldn't take it with me. I wouldn't take 6,000 gold. That's a lot. So I would go to my father's and I would tell him that I have that money for him so he would be able to come get it.
Mhm.
But I would ask him, and this would be the end of the session, just me
Right.
going to my father. Oh, and by the way, I think it's time to talk about devils and demons.
Oh
Do
shit.
you want to have that talk later or now?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What does that mean?
It means what it means.
All right.
Oh shit.
And he'll take the gold, and he just nods his head and says, "We'll talk."
So you haven't even told Todd about the book or what's in it yet. But I,
No,
as a
you're
player,
not in your state.
yeah, exactly. But I, as a player, would like to.
Oh yeah, dude, the book is awesome, man. It tells
I can copy
you.
the whole thing into Discord if you want.
It's what he read out loud. You were there.
Yeah,
The
but
spell book, however, has all kinds of crazy shit.
yeah, I don't need the spell book so much, but I would like all the info from the other
From the
thing.
journal.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Oh,
Do
that's
you mind if
fucking
I
crazy.
put that into Discord,
Please,
Drax?
Oh,
Don't ask me.
All right. There's a lot here, so this is going to be multiple posts. So give me a minute.
sweet.
I'm going to stop the music too.
That was some fantastic Control V music right there.
That
Thank
was
you.
right there at the end.
I didn't even notice until you guys said that.
Yep, that was the literal end of the song. Holy fuck, that was awesome. I'm so glad I know finally. Just because that has been a question I've been pondering for the better part of a year.
I will say, when I started that, I had no idea it would last that long, and I did not fully know where it would go because I wanted you to be able to steer the situation which way it went.
Right.
So
Oh my god. Amazing. Awesome, Kaizen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm glad you had fun.
I love how at the end there she's just like, fuck it.
Yeah, that was the thing, and uh, I don't want to say anything more than I have to, but it's like she knew the jig was up,
Well, yeah, they were about to re-sanctify the temple.
among other things. Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy. Wow. I'm gonna be reeling from that for a while.
I apologize. I did
No,
not
no,
mean
it's
for it to
good.
be that way.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. It's that's why we play the game, is to feel the feelings, right?
So, like I said, this is a lot here. So I sat down one day and just wrote this whole thing out to give me an idea of their relationship and what the deal was between them, and it just kept going and going and going. So
That's so awesome. That is so awesome. Ugh. I'm blown away by the way things turned out and by my relief that I finally understand what's going on. Grief over Lorelai.
And just to be clear, Succubus isn't a devil, it is a demon.
technically, just a fiend in this edition. They're not considered demons.
Then what realm do they come from?
The Nine Hells and or the Abyss and or any of the lower planes.
Really?
They are literally marked as just fiends now.
Huh.
Yugoloths is the same concept. They're not considered demon or devil. So there may be a paragraph missing here because I'm posting them one at a time, but I think that's everything. And I apologize for the length of it. I pretty much gave you the too long do not didn't read version in the game, but
Awesome. So, so is this another Maloon situation where we never knew the real Lorelai?
yes, actually, you did know the real Lorelei briefly.
It hurts so much more.
It would have been before your it would have been before your knighting.
So the first session when I walk in and meet her, I think I talked to her asking where Ayana was.
I don't remember
believe
what
that was
session it was, but
pretty much our
I
conversation.
even if it didn't happen in our game, as a character, Todrin would have known her.
Hmm.
She was
I don't have those items, by the way, Kason.
oh
The spell
oh
book or the diary.
well oh I know what happened. It just gave you the thing, and I'm working on it right now. Sorry.
No, you're good. I
There
just
you,
I'll forget.
there's the traveling spell book, and there's the journal. You should have them now. I see them. So, and they should both be identified. You see
Ah,
them?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's nice to have multiple backup spell books.
Well, and that's actually something I've given thought to, and the reason you got a traveling spell book. This is actually something like this is a lot of mages will only have they have a spell book that is just dedicated to the spells they have prepared for that day. And I think rather than, if you guys were to kill an archmage, you're not going to get his full grimoire with, 10,000 spells in it.
That's fair.
You're going to get the traveling spell book that had, what he had for that day.
Huh.
I I'm I keep glancing over at the monkey. I don't know if you heard about that, Drax. I have been kicking myself in the. We're off stream now, right?